Прохождение. Уж эта серия точно будет последней. Ну и раз уж у меня есть несколько дней перед тем, как Трибушет проломит голову этому замку, я хочу наведаться в Сазаву. Немножечко повысить свой уровень, так сказать. Возможно, не только в Сазаву. Можно куда-нибудь еще. Так, я же выстрелил, да? Все здорово. Что по заданию? Что, прости, по заданию-то? Осада. Так, а что-то убрал описание. Не одна. А, это журнал. Журнал главные. Подожди, пока закончится двухдневный обстрел. Ну, а мы тем временем пока сходим. Нужно закончить все свои дела. Например, вот... О, Прибыславица. Там можно что-то восстановить, что ли? Серьезно? Ну, раз пан Дивиш сказал, значит можно. Наблюдать и вмешиваться. Давай вмешаемся. Я как бы уже силен в этом вопросе. И? Здорово. Половецкая тварь. Где-то еще остались, да? Мне показалось, кто-то убегал. А, вот. Куда? Он куда-то делся? Воинский пурпурен. Ух, как все это богато выглядит, но только уже без надобности вообще всем этим заниматься. Продолжаем в Прибыславицу. Вот в Ровне меня, кстати, кто-то ненавидит за что-то. Хотя что я там такого мог сделать? Вроде ж ничего такого не делал, да? Ну, с кем мне здесь нужно поговорить? С мухоморами? Не понимаю. Здесь кто-то вообще есть? Флажок вижу. И все, что ли? 2 флажка. 3 флажка. Подожди, там кто-то спит. Нет, это дрова. Я понял. Зашибись. Может быть, мне чуть повыше забраться надо? Ну ладно, это логично, да. Там же основной лагерь находился. Я узнал, где находится лагерь. Супер. А вот и какой-то чебурек. Почему разбойник?
So, it's all clear to me.
What is? Who is?
I'm Henry, and I was
What?
Sir Divish's locator went missing around these parts.
Well, it seems like he's all out of luck, don't it? Divish or
He didn't send me to parley, he sent me to deal.
deal with it. There's plenty of...
Отпусти его. Ой, они меня не любят.
Let him go, or you can stay here and feed the crows, like the rabble who were here before you.
All right. No need to be hasty, eh? We'll be on our way then. Quietly. That fellas in the tent over there.
А, точно. А что, они действительно ушли? Просто ушли. Супер. Классно. И где этот парень? В палатке, ну. Вот же палатка. Нет? Хуйня какая-то происходит опять. Может, он здесь?
Hey, Goodman, help me. I'm tied up here.
Спасли мы землемера.
My pleasure. Sir Divish sent me to find you, and it looks like I arrived just in time. God's truth. I'm Henry of Scalitz.
My name is Marius.
Well, the outlaw.
Not just those bastards caught me as soon as I arrived. And so far all I've seen is the inside. Come along with me if you like.
I'll escort you then. At least I can make sure you.
What? Are there more?
No, I just. Should we get going?
И куда мы идем-то? Какой-то очередной скучный квест
This is a
будет.
good spot for the rat house. Every village must have one. It'll be nice and prominent here. It's on the hillside, so the foundations will stay dry. It can have its own little square, close to the church. There's no better site here.
Ну и?
А?
Для чего я все это узнаю?
The church is still standing. Good. Good. Whoever built it did a good job. Considering how old it is and what it's been through recently, it stood up well. It won't be an easy job to fix it, but it can be done. Timber alone won't do, though.
Ой. Ой. Ну, короче, не судьба. Не судьба нам восстановить Прибославицу. Мархаеды, Самопеш. Я вот хотел все-таки залезть в монастырь Сазавский. Перед тем, как все. Западня. Не хочу. Зачем мне западня, когда можно не западня? Надо же, меня даже не подкараулили разбойники. Сейчас нужно будет поспать, скорее всего. Ну, а ночью вернуться в монастырь. Угу. Да, главгерой очень хочет спать уже.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ну же, повернись. И шаг.
Yeah.
Наконец-то от меня не убегает тот житель. Потому что мы о нем позаботились.
Here, just as you ordered.
Fail for me. Ты кто? Витус.
What the fuck are you doing? Keep your sticky fingers to yourself. Hey, that's mine. Fuck thief!
Вот черт.
God, come here quick! There's a thief over there! I see a thief! God!
А вот
God,
черт.
come here quick! There's a thief over there! Help!
Ладно.
Thief! Thief!
Видимо, за мной уже выехала стража. Поэтому я пойду посплю. А здесь никто не нашел HR. Видимо, нет. Оно и к лучшему. У меня там есть какая-то книжка, которую можно прочитать. Разрешение на отпуск. Рецепт петушка мы знаем. Где все книги-то? А, вот она. А, ясно. Нахрен мне молитвенник. Ага. Все, больше я ничего починить не могу, к сожалению. У меня все кончилось. Значит, будем спать. Но недолго. Все-таки надо пробраться в монастырь. Ну ладно, думаю, этого достаточно.
Yeah. Yeah.
Главное не попасться на глаза стражникам. А с этим будут проблемы, возможно.
Yeah.
Идеально. Здесь мне не нужны доспехи.
It's a mystery, but one that'll be soon solved. It's a wonder the prior doesn't check everyone's breath in the morning. Then he'd soon get his man.
Блин. Зачем же ты это делаешь-то, дурачок? Индульгенция 2440 грошей стоит. Ну так вот. Здесь у нас больше никто не появляется. Открыли карцер. Где-то еще легкие замки есть. Удобно. Удобно. Хм. Здорово, пацаны. Я на частной территории. Я нарушаю закон. Угу. Здесь никого. Здесь приор. Его нельзя незаметно убить. Интересно, почему нельзя? То есть можно взять тело, скинуть его куда-нибудь, но не убить. Я понял. Черт возьми. Бля. Это дерьмо. Вот так всегда. Но это правда достаточно тупо. Репутация понизилась. Начата задача «Убей святошу», серьезно? И где она? Понятно. Ясно. -2. Кто-то решил со мной подраться, что ли? Очко незаметности, круто. Ушлепок. Как это вообще получилось? Я могу свечку подержать. Ядарить, колотить. Чисто брейк. А это поможет мне быть невидимым. Еще бы факел убрать, конечно. Хотя он вроде не мешает. Да он вообще никак не влияет на заметность. Супер. Дерьмо, они спят так кучно. Ничего себе. Ой-ой-ой. Что там по карте уже? В монастыре все нормально. Отношение ко мне хорошее.
He can't have gotten far.
Откуда такая толпа народу-то набежала? Все разошлись.
Where did that murderer get to?
Things are turning nasty around here.
Упс.
Where the hell is that grave digger?
Ясно. Значит, меня будут здесь караулить, чтобы я никуда не ушел. Печалька. Ой, это же брат не Влас.
You! Stop right where you are! Surrender! You'll have to answer for your law breaking.
Ah, shit!
Got you! And now I'll fix you good and. What? Don't play the innocent. Personally, I'd rather straight.
I won't put up with
What's your game?
Эй-эй-эй. Да ты что? Сука. Как мне надеть-то доспехи? Никак.
I'll slaughter you. I'll find you. Hey, you can't hide.
Здорово, пацаны. Черт. Надо ж было тебе, дебилу, свистнуть, а. Это все из-за приоры. То есть я не могу его тоже убить. Ну, все квестовые, видимо, на то и рассчитаны. Кажется, он себе кинжал в руку вставил. Ну, тоже с ним ничего не сделать. Понятно. В общем, все с этими ребятами понятно. Ну все, меня здесь уже не хотят оштрафовать, меня хотят конкретно запереть в каталажку. А это значит, надо валить из города. Так. А что с наручами, с перчатками? Ага. В Сазаве тоже хотят посадить в монастырь. Ой. Монахи практически меня ненавидят, и меня не любят сазавские крестьяне. Ладно, возвращаемся в Тальберг. Угу. Итак, репутация у меня подпорчена. Да что ж такое-то? Как можно было сделать такой ебучий чистокол? Как и для чего? Пан Дивиш, у меня тут новости, короче.
Greetings.
Sir, I'm afraid I have.
What is it, lad?
Marius didn't survive his captivity.
These are evil times. I should never... Thank you for letting me...
What will happen with Pribyslavitz?
I was hoping we could rebuild the village. But now, I can't put my subjects at risk. I shall...
As you wish.
See you later.
I feel quite hungry.
Ну, как бы не буду говорить, почему здесь опасно. Потому что все понимают, да? Двухдневный обстрел еще не закончен, да? Ну, это логично. Или закончен.
Is something...
A few of them have taken to their heels.
If those were the...
My... Until...
Of course.
That's not...
I'm here.
Can't you see we're still bombarded?
I'll be with you.
Северный лагерь какой-то, еще лагерь. Не хочу, хочу пройти сюжет. Угу. Значит, придется ждать. Вот только энергия в жопе. Мне дадут поесть, нет? Нет, не дадут, значит нужно у кого-то что-то украсть. Сорян, товарищ стражник. Ой. Ой, ой. Ну что-то как-то вообще. Во, идеально. Ну что, они все еще стреляют? Да, не закончили развлекаться, дружки. Неужели?
Since Sir Divish's colours still aren't flying over Talmberg, I suppose we'll be attacking.
Just so. That Ishtvan's a stubborn bastard.
All right, when do we start?
There's no reason to wait. Are you really ready? If you need to rest or anything, we can still wait. You won't have another chance until we've won the day. Or until your final rest.
I have to deal with something.
All right.
Good thing with a bite to eat.
Да поешь ты, поешь, ну. Поешь, блядь, братан. Сука, смотреть на тебя жалко.
There's no... You won't...
I'm ready.
Glad to hear. We're going to attack the attack.
How are we going to...
We'll try to do as much damage as we can. Even...
How are we going... Hook. And what's the...
Угу.
What about... And...
You want to...
I'll help with the attack.
I'm proud of you, Henry. You've changed from an insolent pup into a tough, reliable fighter. And as God is my witness, we will kick those whore sons' arson.
A village lad and an old soldier? This fan must be shaking in his boots.
If he's not shaking, then he... Just one last thing, though. No matter how good the plan is, keep your eyes open. And take it... We have to take...
I'll remember that.
Good luck to you.
Good luck to you.
Good luck, then.
Бой, штурмуй стену. А где мы, простите? Ты чё это на меня, блядь, пошел? Дурачок. А кто? Что это? Кто это? А как это, блядь, случилось? Это стрела в щит попала, да, и он умер? Ну, в принципе, логично все. Кто-то уже свалился. Здорово, бро. Да. Да уж. Кучища своих людей — это проблема еще та. О, здорово, братан. А ты чё это очнулся-то? Что у нас здесь? Не открывается или... Вау. Даже так можно. А где я? О, я в замке. Ничего себе. Надеюсь, я все правильно делаю. Оп. И еще общий уровень. Где там принцесса? Нету. Здесь, что ли? Нету. Значит, здесь. Нету. Как так? Что-то я не сделал, да? Чего-то не учел. Куда ты, еблан? А. Так ты обоссанный враг. Так. Не понимаю, что происходит, если честно. Я типа всех зарейдил. И чё? Так, и чё? Что я должен еще так сделать? Не понял. На стенах, что ли, всех не убил? Ага, кто-то здесь еще дерется, да. Неужели? Ох ты, нифига себе.
Sir, we should give the order.
Let's see if Istvan Toth can worm his way out of this one.
Don't tempt fate, Hanish.
Istvan! It's over! You want us to come and get you?
I wouldn't advise that. If your friend Divish wants to see his wife alive again.
And Sir Radzig? Are both hostages unharmed?
For now, Hanush, unless circumstances change.
Well, I'm glad to hear it. My guest is also safe and sound, but he's also quite keen to go home. I imagine you feel the same way. It's been a long time since you warmed yourself at your own hearth.
I'm in no hurry. I've plenty of supplies here, grand view and excellent company. What more could I want?
Your freedom!
Freedom? Freedom to get an arrow in the back?
Sir, we're all noblemen here, all bound by honor. I give you my word as a knight and lord, and that of my companions. If you release Lady Stephanie and Sir Radzig, you may leave the castle with your men and go on your way unharmed.
And just how far will we get? What good will it do me if your men attack us in the woods instead of here?
If you give me your word of honor that you will leave and never return, I promise you safe passage to the boundary of this fiefdom. What happens after that is up to you and the will of God Almighty.
Very well then, but I want a small safeguard. I'll give you her ladyship. But Radzig comes with me. I'll release him in Skalitz.
Out of the question! Is our word not good enough for you?
Is mine not good enough for you? I swear I'll release him when I get to a safe distance.
I'll go with him, Hanush. Let the Lady Stephanie have her freedom now.
Father!
Don't worry, son. I trust Lord Toth's self-interest more than his word. He wouldn't be fool enough to harm me.
If you're certain, Radzig.
Prepare horses and supplies, and tell your men to pull back. We'll come down.
You heard him. Get to work. And any man who breaks this truce answers to me.
So, are you really going to let them go?
My word is my bond, Henry.
He's a cutthroat and a liar. Good men are dead because of him. What's to stop us from skewering him as soon as he sets foot outside?
Our honor!
If you let him go, he'll do the same again. Or worse.
God's justice will find him. And then he'll get a taste of my mace.
If we break our word of honor, we have none. And without honor, we are nothing. Never fear. Your father will be all right.
We'll hunt down those vermin yet.
Bring the horses.
Here she is, as I promised. Not a hair on her head harmed.
Divish.
Stephanie.
Forgive me, husband. I'm sorry.
For what?
For letting them into the castle.
Come now, my dear. You're not to blame.
I didn't know who he was. He said he was your friend.
Never mind. Did he hurt you?
No.
I hope your word can be trusted.
Certainly more than yours.
If everything goes as agreed, I'll set Radzig free in Skalitz. If anyone tries to follow us, I'll kill him.
We won't.
My apologies for keeping you from your father, but you'll see each other soon enough. Oh, I almost forgot. Your sword. I expect you'll want it back after all the trouble you went to. Actually, you know what? I think I'll keep it. As a memento.
This isn't over. I'll find you.
I look forward to it. Yeah!
Quick! To the battlements! We have to see which way they go! Oh, they really are heading for Skalitz. Mount up, Henry.
You've heard what he'll do if we follow them.
We're not going to follow them. We just have to collect your father. Or do you want him to walk back here when they release him?
Вот так.
Yeah.
Да ё-моё. Скалится где-то сбоку, да?
Yeah. Yeah.
What should I say to him?
Don't worry. It'll come to you. You'll see.
Well,
Yeah.
we just hope he'll be there. Alive.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sneaking into Brannick all on your own?
Yeah.
Well, what I mean is, hats off.
Yeah.
Truth is, I didn't think much about it.
Yeah.
I just felt I had to do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah.
He's a noble, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So am I.
So Radzig will be there.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is quite a turnaround, isn't it?
What do you mean?
Yeah.
How long have we known each other?
Yeah.
A few weeks?
Something like that.
Yeah.
Before that, I was chasing wenches around Rattay and you were digging turnips. And now look at us. A pair of veterans.
Yeah.
I was an apprentice blacksmith, not a turnip digger.
Yeah.
Same difference, you silly bugger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What will you do now?
Yeah.
Not long ago, I only made plans 3 days ahead at most.
Ну и?
There's no sign of them. Move on. I'm glad to see Istvan kept his word, sir.
Not half as glad as I am, Your Grace.
Well, we kept our word too. And now Toth has had his head start and he's fair game. Which way do they go?
To the north, but I would be careful, Sir Hans.
Fear not, Your Grace. I have twice as many men as he. Well, I won't keep you any longer. I'm sure the two of you have a lot to say to each other. Let's go!
You alright, Father?
I am. They treated me quite decently. Although they did steal my horse, so I'll have to go back on foot.
It looks like it's all over.
Not by a long shot. It won't be over until we get this mess cleared up.
And catch that bastard. How could we let him go?
Would you rather we killed him? Even if it meant Lady Stephanie and I died too?
No, of course not. But what was to stop us from killing him after the exchange?
Honor?
Honor?
If the word of honor of a nobleman could not be trusted, then he would never have agreed to the exchange.
And where's the honor in abandoning your son?
You know how it is. We were young. It happened. And I couldn't marry a commoner. Then your father, Martin, came along and took care of both of you.
He knew it.
What? That I was your father? Certainly. He was a great man. He took you as his own. And always kept an eye on you. Of that you can be sure.
I know so little about his past.
He told you nothing? Oddly enough, even though you don't have his blood, you're very like him. When he was around your age, he became bored of his trade and set out to see the world. He lived through many adventures, even fought in a war.
In a war?
Yes, in Poland, I believe. And I don't think he cared much for it.
That's why he wanted me to stay at home.
He spent some time in Prague, then settled in Kuttenberg. But it seems he quarreled with someone there and finally ended up here. You know the rest.
I loved him, but even so, I somehow always had a feeling I didn't quite fit in.
It was in your blood, I suppose.
I lost the one thing I had left from him. Your sword.
Ah, the sword. It's not my sword. It's yours. For a moment there, it was so near, yet so far. Oh, well, it can't be helped.
It was almost within my grasp, but just then I had something else on my mind.
Well, I think we may yet have a chance to get it back. This business with Toth is not yet over, unfortunately.
That's a chance I'd welcome. Not just to get the sword, but that bastard Istvan too. And then I'll find that German whoreson who torched Skalitz, and I'll slay him with it. I'll never forget his face. Or his name. Marquardt von Aulitz.
Those are noble intentions, son. But don't forget there are other things in this world that are worth living for.
Like what?
Look around you. Blue skies overhead, green grass underfoot, beautiful girls. good wine, a few good friends, and a fine steed under your backside. Those are things worth living for. Though I can't deny that swine who killed your mother must pay for what he did. But it's better not to dwell too much on that at the cost of those other things. On the subject of steeds, I think we'll have to ride like the Knights Templar.
How's that?
2 up. One day I'll tell you how they got their seal. You can take the front. It's like I always imagined it would be, teaching my boy to ride. Although it would be better if you were a little smaller. My word, it's all go today, isn't it? I wonder who this is.
I think I know. It's Margrave Jobst.
The king's cousin? I wonder what he wants. I guess we'll find out soon enough.
Собственно, вот так-то. Вот так-то все закончилось. Что-то он побрился зачем-то.
You're doing well, son.
Father.
Come now. You know who sired you.
That doesn't matter now. I miss you, Amar. I miss you very much.
You'll be fine. We're proud of you.
For what? I let you down. I lost the sword. I let that bastard get away.
Don't be so hard on yourself. There was nothing you could have done to save us. And someone has to live and carry the torch. As for the sword, it's just a thing.
You didn't want me fighting. Now look at me.
Standing up to evil isn't the same as sowing its seeds. You did what was right.
Вот так-то.
I have to leave you now.
Oh, please.
You know I can't stay.
Will I ever see you again?
God knows. Make her proud.
Don't go. Don't go. No.
What on earth were you dreaming about? I couldn't wake you, and it's well past dawn. Sir Radzig wants you at the upper castle. The lords are in council with Jobst.
Right. I'll go straight away. What is it?
It's just... I don't know how to address you anymore. All of a sudden you're Sir Radzig's son, hobnobbing with lords and ladies. And here's me, as common as muck.
Oh, give over, you idiot. Do I look like a lord to you?
Not really. You're as much a lord as I am a nun. And I've never looked good in a habit.
Get out of here! Or I'll have you clapped in the stocks.
Ты на частной территории. Вот так вот. Идем в эпилог. С марграфом Йостом. Не Йобстом. Ну ладно. Это уже эпилог. То есть мы как бы здесь ничего нового не узнаем. Да чтоб тебя. Основной квест мы прошли, заставочку нам показали. Ну, скачи, пожалуйста, кляч. Блять.
Ah, Hal. Are you going to the meeting with Margrave Jobst as well?
I am. What about Istvan? I assume...
That we didn't catch him? No. Because if we had, you'd be the first one to know. Have no fear. We'll get him eventually.
I hope you're right. Anyway, let's go and see what Jobst wants from us.
My lords, Christ's blessings on you all.
And on you, Lord Capon.
And this is my son, Henry.
I didn't know you had a son, Sir Redzig.
Came as a bit of a surprise to young Henry, too.
This gentleman here is John II of Liechtenstein, a member of my council.
I'm honored, gentlemen.
Come join us. Margrave Jobst was just about to tell us the reason for his visit. Your Grace?
I'm sure we're all agreed, Your Graces, that all this unrest must come to an end. This kingdom needs a king.
Question is, which king?
My cousin, Wenceslas IV, who is being held in captivity.
I have to confess, my lord, that your answer surprises me a little. If I'm correctly informed, until recently you sided with your other cousin, Sigismund.
That I cannot deny, and I have always stated my position plainly. But times have changed.
How have they changed, Your Grace?
Sir, there is one thing on which we undoubtedly concur. That King Wenceslas, unfortunately, did not inherit his father's gift for governing. Sadly, his failures have cost Bohemia, the nobles, and our whole Luxembourg family a great deal of money and effort.
How did the king let it go so far, damn it?
It's in his temperament. He cares only for wine, women, and the hunt. A king, in fact, who never wanted to be king.
Then why didn't he just let his brother have the crown?
Young sir, the crown weighs heavy when there are duties to be performed, but to surrender it means giving up great privileges too.
But he did surrender power to his brother. When things started getting out of hand, Wenceslas appealed to Sigismund for help in restoring order.
What, you're saying Wenceslas has invited him here?
This is starting to make my head spin.
Actually, it makes sense when you think about it. Sigismund wanted to re-establish the power of the whole House of Luxembourg. He thought if he helped Wenceslas win the imperial crown, in return his brother would help him become the king of the Romans, and leave the actual reign of Bohemia and the empire to him. Sigismund would govern, while Wenceslas could carry on doing what he was best at, enjoying the life of the imperial court.
Why wasn't Wenceslas crowned Holy Roman Emperor long ago? He was already elected King of the Romans. All he had to do was go and let the Pope put the damn imperial crown on his head.
Who knows? Maybe he'd prefer hunting and consorting with bathhouse wenches to spending time with the Pope.
Well, so would I must admit.
Sigismund's plan seemed sound enough, but it didn't quite work out, did it?
It worked for a while. He and his brother reached an agreement. Sigismund took over administration of the kingdom and began planning Wenceslas's journey to Rome for the imperial coronation. But then Wenceslas realized he would just be a puppet with a crown.
I must say, Margrave Jobst, Wenceslas and Prokop behave rather like naughty children in need of a good clout about the ears.
Sigismund would agree. He was already planning his rule of Bohemia, and all of a sudden, the rug was pulled from under him. I'd say he lost his patience and decided he'd drag Wenceslas to the coronation kicking and screaming if he had to. Just like a naughty child, as you say.
So he abducted him and your brother Prokop too, if I heard correctly.
Correct.
And you helped him do it, if I heard correctly.
Yes, your graces, it's true. I was there when Sigismund abducted Prokop. I thought everything could somehow be settled, that we could make my brother see sense. But Sigismund just wanted to put an end to the dispute once and for all, whatever the cost. There was nothing I could do to stop him. And that's one of the reasons why I'm here. The worst of it is that it was all for nothing. Instead of putting a stop to the revolt, it escalated it, and the result is this chaos we have today.
That's true enough, sir. But I must admit now, I'm not sure what your position is. The king is incompetent, but we must protect him?
The simple truth, gentlemen, is that for all of Wenceslas's faults, we have no one else.
So we'll have to make do with his idleness.
People like him, though.
But what can we do now? Sigismund has the League of Lords behind him. Otto von Bergolf, Heinrich von Rosenberg.
The situation has gotten completely out of control. Now even the nobles of the League of Lords are realizing that Sigismund wasn't the right choice.
So now Bergolf is on your side. Are we to assemble an army together with him and face Sigismund on the field of battle?
We're not in Hungary now. Such affairs may be settled elegantly, without unnecessary hostilities or expenses. I have negotiated an alliance with the Hungarian bishops, the Polish, and of course the Czech nobility, against Sigismund. Every day he is losing the ground under his feet, and that's why I need your help too.
What kind of help, though? Sigismund has a massive army, and Rosenberg, Berghoff, and Prague are behind him. Do you have an army you could face him with?
But that's not what I mean at all. There's been a revolt against Sigismund in Hungary, partly due to my efforts, and now he'll have to choose whether he wants to gain the Bohemian crown, which is a very risky enterprise, or hold on to the Hungarian one. He can't have both. And there's a tough struggle awaiting him in Hungary. I'm not sure he'll win, and Rosenberg and Berghoff know it too. They're not stupid. If the Bohemian nobility stands together, they will turn.
We are men of little consequence, Margrave. Radzig here lost everything because of his alliance with Wenceslas. Sir Divish came within a hair of the same fate. Even Rattay is defenseless against Sigismund and the League of Lords.
What's more, your grace, King Wenceslas languishes in captivity in Vienna. He can't rule too well from there.
And what do you propose? To sit with your arms folded till the Bohemian lands are turned to ashes like Skalitz? We have to put a stop to this senseless war!
And do you know, sir, what the true position of the League of Lords is?
I'm not on the best of terms with them at this moment, so you'll have to ask them yourselves.
Yes. Why not? I'll go and visit Berghoff at his castle and we'll see what he tells me.
You know, that's not such a bad idea, young sir.
True. Oh, a little risky.
I doubt Berghoff would harm a blue-blooded envoy. And you can find out what he has to say about developments and what the League of Lords is planning. Then we'll decide what to do next.
I'll help you compose a letter to him.
I'd like Henry to come with me.
Why not? He's proven himself an able investigator, and he'll also be a good bodyguard if anything should happen.
And I'll send Sir John here to Kuttenberg to be my eyes and ears there. I believe both your reports will help us get a better grip on the situation.
When can you set out?
Just as soon as I've packed my things.
Excellent. Margrave Yobst and I will draft the letter. Get ready, and we'll meet back here.
I expect it would be best to write it in your name as Lord of Lipa.
Quite so, Margrave.
What exactly am I to write?
Oh, what isn't really the issue. The question is how. We need to learn where they stand on liberating the king and ousting Sigismund. What the? If they'll make trouble or join our side, but...
But we have to ask in a way that won't leave Sir Capon being run out of the castle with a whip.
Exactly.
How about writing that you're...
God bless you.
Я встретил священника в ужасе.
So, it looks like...
Yes.
I don't want to dampen your spirits, my boy, but watch out. These are evil times, and who knows what can happen along the way.
Don't worry.
I know. You've shown you can fend for yourself, but do take care. You'll be there to make sure nothing untoward happens to him. Keep your eyes peeled and your ears wide open. What?
Rest assured, Father.
And don't get embroiled in anything else. Just hand...
Yes.
Very well. Bergov is at Trotsky Castle. I think you'll find it quite... It's 3 days' ride from here, so unless you hit a snag along the way, you'll...
That's about all.
Нет.
Very well.
Забери письмо.
I believe we have written it well, gentlemen.
Without a doubt. No one could deduce from this whether we are Sigismund's allies or foes.
I must travel back to Brno now, but soon I will go to Brandenburg and I will stop here on the way back. By then, Sir Capon should be back and we can discuss how to proceed.
Right. Before you leave, my lord, there is one thing that gives me no rest. Why did Sigismund come as a foe? It makes no sense.
If I may, sir, I think I can explain.
Oh, please enlighten us, young sir.
I live not far from Hungary, where Sigismund reigns. It is a savage country, and the constant war with the Turks has hardened the people. They need a monarch with an iron hand. So when Sigismund felt the wind of revolt, he reacted as he would at home. Only what works on the Hungarian nobles does not work here in Bohemia.
Bringing order is one thing, but slaughtering and pillaging with a horde of barbarians quite another. What purpose does that serve?
But Sigismund did give the Bohemian nobles a chance to take his side. It was only when they refused his ultimatum that he lost patience and took to the sword.
As for the barbarians, he could afford nothing better. The Hungarian nobility would gain nothing from joining his campaign in Bohemia. He didn't have enough coin for a regular army, and so he recruited the Cumans. What he does not pay them, they make up for in plunder.
But in the end, he didn't have enough to even satisfy the Cumans. That's why he raided Kuttenberg and Skalitz. He wanted the silver.
That makes sense.
My lords, how's the letter coming along?
It's done.
Здорово,
Then we
Дио.
can be on our way.
Now remember what we said, boy. All you have to do is deliver the letter, listen to the answer, and come back here. Don't provoke Berghoff in any way.
Provoke? Me? Never, Uncle. We'll be back in a few days. Farewell, your graces. Come, Henry, my men are waiting.
I wish you Godspeed.
Собственно, письмо мы взяли. Получили 85 монет. Поздравляем, вы завершили основной сюжет. А чтобы завершить игру, присоединитесь к отряду Пана и ускочите с ним за пределы карты, что я сейчас и сделаю. Ну что, поехали. Так, подожди, а я хочу присоединиться к отряду.
What the?
Да, это последний. Все, сюжетка закончилась. Так, что, мне с тобой еще раз поговорить надо? Ты издеваешься, что ли?
So, can we say? Of course. So, to horse. The Lord of Bergov is.
И? То есть мне еще собственноручно надо скакать за пределы карты. Восхитительно. Ну, превосходно. Ничего нового. Слушай, пока я решил, что хочу отдохнуть пару дней, выходные все-таки. Вот, а там посмотрим. Что-нибудь придумаю, чему душа лежать будет. Но это не точно. Слушай, может ты быстрее скакать будешь?
I'm getting used to it. What about Rodzig? Has he accounted for not owning up to you the whole time?
He explained it. All will be well, I think.
Glad to hear it. It's far more acceptable for a nobleman to befriend a noble bastard than a blacksmith's son.
Mind you, don't come to blows with a blacksmith, my young lord. Yeah. What do you think about Sir Jobst and his plan?
Well, I admit all the scheming has me a little lost. I thought Sigismund was the devil, Wenceslas a martyr, those on his side the heroes, and those against him the villains. I believe we'd rescue the king and all would be well again. But now it looks a lot more complicated.
Exactly. I didn't expect the noble lords to be as noble as the angels, but I hadn't expected such a sewer. They behave like children.
I can't fathom how after all this backstabbing they're somehow still on speaking terms.
I don't know either. Beggars belief. Did you know that King Wenceslas is such a
Feckless drunkard? Not really. And to be honest, I'm not sure I wanted to know. I slept better believing my fate was watched over by a wise and powerful monarch.
So did I.
What a dismal world when you can't keep trusting your own king.
On the other hand, times were better with him here than with him gone.
Isn't that the truth?
Может, мы галопнем? Нет. Пожалуйста. Ну, за пределы карты, блядь, еще ехать и ехать.
What do you think of Sigismund?
Не, точно не Dark Souls. Я не фанат дрочева по 30, 40, 50 раз умирать на одном месте. Ну его нафиг. Мне нервы еще нужны. Хотя игра прикольная, я смотрел стримы, но меня на нее просто не хватит. Бля, дружище, где конец карты? Ну...
Do you know anything about Prokop?
Ha! Sir Hanush could tell you a thing or two about him.
Why?
Last winter, a certain Sir Jan Sokol of Lamberg, a well-known knight, or robber baron,
Соник.
tried to occupy...
Не знаю, игр про Соника как-то вообще ни разу не пробовал.
And what has that got to do with Hanush?
Какие еще есть варианты?
He was there with him. Of course, that's not something to brag about in front of yachts.
And what was it all about?
They wanted to occupy a city that was on the side of the League of Lords, but despite there being several hundred strong, they didn't take it. For one thing, they couldn't get past the Eglau women, with their pitchforks and cauldrons of hot water.
I would never have thought of Sir Hanush as such a rebel. And have you heard anything about Rupert of the Palatinate?
A little. He can't manage even to wrest power from a king who doesn't much care for ruling and isn't fighting back. That doesn't seem like a man who has what it takes to rule. And that's all I need to know.
And that Berghoff we're going to see, do you know anything about him?
I haven't heard much good about him, but I have a feeling that some other nobles are quite
Арк
loyal,
Фаталис.
and his castle
Слушай,
apparently quite impressive.
идея хорошая, я играл, я проходил. Единственная проблема то, что как-то она криво адаптирована. У меня же широкоформатный экран. И у меня там полоска здоровья, полоска маны, она вылезает за экран. Плюс, соответственно, винда. У меня нужно патч скачать, посмотреть. Давай попробую. Вполне возможно, что и по ней будет. Потому что игруха прикольная. Мне понравилась. Единственное, не знаю, за кого там играть. Наверное, за воина по классике. Потому что магом... Ну, хотя, если поставить патч, который убирает все это вот экранное дрочево, и можно нормально эти глифы рисовать, тогда да, с патчем просто. Я, по-моему, с ним играл. Но я играл на ноутбуке. Там была другая операционка, и, соответственно, экран не широкоформатный был. То есть там не было такой проблемы, что что-то куда-то уезжало, что-то где-то было не видно. Посмотрю на выходных, давай. Resident Evil. Ну, тоже, кстати, можно. Блин, этот товарищ вообще собирается за пределы карты-то уезжать? Ну, коли диалог-то закончился, может мы... А, ну мы уже почти приехали. А то что-то все едем, непонятно, ни хрена. Да. Да. Ну, коль диалог закончился, может уже какую-нибудь кат-сценку врубите, что мы уехали там. Что-нибудь такое, а? Можно? Нав, не, если пощекотать нервишки, то я бы лучше тогда поиграл в SCP. FNAF, ну тупо, знаешь, вот эти скримеры, да нахрен оно надо. SCP прикольная, я, кстати, давно не смотрел, какие там были обновления, она еще жива. Что это за лагерь? Неужели? И чё мы слезли-то? Подожди, пока птачек прибудет в лагерь. Что? Давай поговорим, потом подождем.
Well, young sir, what now? Shall we ride?
I never took you for a romantic soul. But
what, here?
Ah, that's just the thing. Well, who knows what fate has in store for it?
I'm a little worried about you, sir.
Look, I can't just go off and get my head chopped off somewhere without... We could, if we get back. Hasn't it crossed?
Yeah, I suppose.
God be with you.
Простите, еще один квест перед тем, как ну его нахер за пределы карты? Ты издеваешься, что ли? Не, ну я как бы не готов. Пожалуйста, скажи, что ты пошутил. Так, Так, ты так и будешь сидеть-то, дружище? Я помогу вам с ухаживанием. Какими ухаживаниями? Подожди, стой. Подожди, где задание? Ну. Майнкрафт, да, можно и Майнкрафт, кстати. То-то больше нет, тогда подожди, пока птачек прибудет в лагерь. Ну, он прибыл в лагерь. Что? А, он разводит костер, а я ему мешаю, да? Блять, он делает ветку. Нет, он просто делает ветку. Хорошо, если я просто поеду за пределы карты 1, это зачтется? Пожалуйста. Ну, пожалуйста.
I can't just drop everything and leave.
А кто там идет? Подожди. Там кто-то ходит. Хер пойми кто. Ну, это, конечно, прикол. Это прикол. Чтобы закончить официальную игру... А, подожди, нет. Точно, с нами же ехали какие-то крестьяне. Возможно, этого момента мы ждали. Что все крестьяне соберутся вместе. Так. Все заняли свои места. Ну, дружище.
I've changed my mind. How gracious of you. Very well. You, Hal, shall be... Why me? Certainly. And who is the fairest maid that ever walked the earth?
Дочь мясника.
No. Really? You're... I wouldn't... It would not. Oh. My... what? What? God be with you.
О, нет. Так, ладно. В общем, ответственно заявляю, что на этом все. Мы прошли игру. И, собственно, вот это вот так вот. Ладно, ребят, я посмотрю, подумаю, во что можно поиграть за выходные. Ну, а пока всем хорошего вечера и счастливо.